Start.
So this is universal measuring microscope. We can use it for linear measurement as well as angular measurement. Linear measurement means we can move, we can measure along this axis, x-axis, this x-axis, and also crosswise y-axis, like this. So we can measure parameters of thread piece, pitch of the thread, angle of the thread, effective diameter, core diameter, all these parameters we can measure. So we can fix the workpiece under the sighting microscope. This is sighting microscope between the centers, these two centers. So this centers we can move like this. This is lock in the centers, and this also we can move by loosening this one. By adjusting these two, we can fix the workpiece in between the centers. This also. So now the workpiece is fixed in between the centers. Now we have to focus the sighting microscope. For that we move the x and y axis so that we can view the image of the workpiece. So we can see the shadow through the sighting microscope. This is the column, and by loosening this locking screw we can focus the specimen. So this sighting microscope we can view the image of the specimen. Not the whole specimen, only 2-3 threads we can view. After getting the correct image, lock the and take the hand. Now this is the angular goniometer. We can measure angle also. This is for if the angular scale is not clear, we have to focus. Here we can see this is 360 degree. We can rotate this 360 degree. This by rotating this knob, this angular scale will rotate 360 degree, and this is 1 degree, and it is subdivided into 60 minute. So degree and minute we can measure using this one. And for pitch measurement, there is a reference line. We focus the reference line on one side of the thread by moving the x and y scale axis. Adjust this knob. Now the center hair line coincide with one side of the thread, and the corresponding reading we will note through the x scale here. So this is the S scale. We will get the initial reading. So this is the initial reading. This is a particular scale, spiral scale, and the range of this axis is 0 to 150 mm and discount 0.2 micron. So you can see a spiral line, and the side there is a circular scale. So from that we have to. And now I read the value 110.0990. First note the motor reading 110, that is, and then cross line is subtract 0 from the right side, that is 110 0.0, then note the reading from the circular scale. So continuously you can write. Now we have to move the cross line to the adjacent side of the adjacent thread. That is by moving the S carriage. Right. So this knob is for fine adjustment. So I already bring the line side of the adjacent thread. Then fine adjustment is required. For that I rotate this knob. It is okay. Now the so now the same center reference line coincide with the side of the thread. Now we can note the reading through the X scale. That is 107.6 126 107.6 126. So difference of the previous reading and this reading, you will get the pitch of the thread. 119 point reading 990 11.11. So this is pitch measurement along the x axis, and we can continue the pitch measurement for different set of thread and find the average of that value. We will get the mean value of the pitch. Now we can measure the angle of the thread. Angle of the thread. Similarly, we focus the thread. I already focused. Now the reference line coincide with the one side of the thread. Now you have to turn this reference line from this side to next this side of the thread. That is by rotating this knob. And also we have to move the S carriage and Y carriage. So this is coincide to this next side, and not the angular reading here. This is angular reading here. Angular reading is 161 degree. (41 minute), 161 degree, 41 minute. We note the initial reading when the line coincide with the left side of the thread. That is this one, 290 degree, 10 minute, 219 degree, 10 minute. That is the initial reading when the cross line coincide with the left side of the thread. So the reference line is the line, dotted hair line passing through the dark cross line, passing through the intersecting point of the dark cross line. That dotted line is the reference line. So angle of the thread is that initial angular reading minus final angular reading. So we will get the angle of the thread and repeat for different thread, and then find the average. Now we can find out the diameter, outside diameter. That is along the y axis. This is a scale for y axis measurement, and here the glass scale is fitted at the back of the column, along the column, that is illuminated by a light at this side, then image falls in this. Here is a reflector. From the reflector we can view through the spiral scale, we can view through the this eyepiece. So now we focus the reference line along the outside of the thread. Now the single dotted line, that is perpendicular to the cross line, intersecting line, dark intersecting line, that is that single dotted line is the reference line for measuring along the x-axis. Now I can note the initial reading. So before taking the reading, you have to make slight adjustment for bringing the main scale reading to the spiral line. We are rotating this knob. Here the reference line is dotted horizontal line. Previously that is vertical higher lines. You can 5, 6 vertical higher lines you can see. For along the measurement along the x scale or y scale, we are using single dotted line along the horizontal axis. Now the I already set for the reading, and the value is 62.6702. 62.6702, that is the reading, initial reading. You can see the line 62 coinciding with a spiral line. So that is directly you can take reading 62.6 702. 62.670 is the spiral line, circular scale on the right side. Circular scale on the right side you can see 70. Then first division 2, that is one division is 2 micron, 0.2 micron. So total reading is 62.6702 mm. That is the initial reading. Now we can move the reference line to other side of the thread by moving the Y carriage. Do some fine adjustment by this knob. Now the reading is 40.3. 40.3. No, 40.3994. So that is the final reading. The difference of initial reading and final reading, we will get the diameter. Initial reading is 62.6702. Final reading 40.3994. So that is the difference of that. You will get the outer diameter. Similarly, we can measure the core diameter. Core diameter touch the reference horizontal line along the root of the thread. Then note the initial reading from the Y scale. Then final reading. For taking final reading, you have to bring the same horizontal line to the other side of the root. Then that difference is the root diameter. Now the reference line is, horizontal reference line is along the root of the thread. Then reference line is coincide with the one side of the root of the thread. That is, the reading is 60.8954. 60.8954. That is the initial reading for core diameter. 60.8954. Now move the same reference line to the other side of the thread. It is 42.1710. 42.1710 mm. That is the final reading. So difference of the initial and final will get the core diameter. It is 60.8954 minus 42.1710. We will get the core diameter. So for we can measure effective diameter also. For effective diameter, in the same way you cross focus the intersecting point of the reference line to one side of the thread. So move this anywhere on the side of the thread. So now the intersecting point is coincide at one side of the thread. Note the reading from the Y scale. So now the intersecting point is coincide with any one side of the thread. Then without disturbing the Y carriage, S carriage, you perpendicularly move to the opposite side. So this will coincide with the side of the thread on the other. So the intersecting point, without disturbing the Y carriage, this will move perpendicularly and intersect with the side of the back of this thread, opposite side of the thread. So we measured pitch, outer diameter, core diameter, effective diameter, angle, these parameters. And other than this, we can measure the thread pitch gauge. There are thread pitch gauges. Using that, we can manually measure the pitch of the thread.